result of the the verdict. Even though I don't think this dude is gonna spend more than a week in jail, maybe a month.
So, but I get that. I get that, but that's another minority, though. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
That's another minority. Um, and no, I'm not. And trust me, I'm not trying to take anything away from that movement, but that's not really what the energy that 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 I'm talking about. There was worldwide energy behind George Floyd. I mean,
But this is what I'm saying, Dre. All right, so I'm assuming you're talking about a certain organization.
no, I wasn't
One of
talking
the
about.
things.
No. I
All
wasn't
right,
talking. No.
so recently, right?
Hmm.
Recently, um, Britain, France, Germany, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Puerto Rico, uh, um, um, South America, Colombia. Okay, simultaneously, a whole bunch of people. The places that they can be armed were armed. The places that they couldn't, they were in fatigue, and they just converged on the Capitol. And people are like, what the fuck is going on? Where did these people come from? And we don't understand. The only one place that was documented was in Britain, where this guy named Nigel Farage said that he's scared as fuck because black people are everywhere and they're all black, and somebody need to do some shit about it. And people was like, well, they weren't doing anything. They were just in riot gear and everywhere. What I'm saying is, because we're buried into our own thing, and we're not, these are not in the interest of the mainstream media, and we already have heavily suppressed and censored social media. Unless you are in tune or connected, you're not going to see these things. But these things are happening, and that's what I'm saying. They're trying to give the narrative like the energy has left and it died down, but it hasn't.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Because
So
and that's exactly how I was looking at it. You know what I mean? Because my thing when all of that was going on was like, yo, we need to ball this energy up and do it with it what we want to do with it, not let George Soros and his gang do whatever they want to do with it, which was elect a new president. You know, my whole thing was
Yeah,
really
I
to.
think that we can't. I think that we weren't gonna. I don't know if there was any way that we were gonna stop that from happening, but there's a lot of people out there doing similar things to what we're doing, and eventually we're gonna link up with those people.
And
Like this frequency is everywhere. It's just it's it's everywhere, but it's scattered. But
yeah,
it's there. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it's there, and
because
you
you
need.
have to remember, like, all right, so me, Dre, Tewo, we're on one frequency. We're just building. Like I said, there are tons of connection that I can readily just drop Urban Country Film in and be like, yo, this is what we got. But what do we have? You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, but the energy, all we have to do, that's why, y'all know what I'm about, what I'm involved in. And for the most part, I just say, hey, expect at some point. But right now, I'm not even focusing on anything. I'm focusing on Urban Country Film and the movement. You understand what I'm saying?
Real deal, real deal. We got a couple of comments. Shelly, shout outs to Shelly. Always so supportive in our comment section, man. And she, she has her show on Sunday afternoon. Shelly Speaks Truth. Um, she did. She said what she said is self governance looks like us first being self determined and unapologetic about putting our race first. And I 100% agree. um that's another thing that we're too damn apologetic about putting our race
I
first.
agree.
Like, Whoever said that because I love my people and I want to take care of my people and I see the disadvantage that my people has suffered for the past 400 and plus years and I want to do something to fix it, why does that have anything to do with you and your race? Why
Yep.
should that bother you and your race?
So here's the thing. So this is a thing what they wanted us, and I've seen a lot of us do that also, is this superior inferior thing. And what happened is the superior people never consider them superior until somebody come and say, hey, they're superior to us. So can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're gonna be superior. Only people with self-esteem issues do shit like that.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Here's the thing. Putting anything in cages. If you look in Africa, animals that people domesticate are not in cages. Who put people in cages? You understand what I'm saying? The concept of locking somebody up for their crimes is not in our DNA. We don't do that shit.
Right.
Hey, you might do some fucked up shit that deserved you to get killed. Okay, we do. They do that shit here. These motherfuckers are so fucking like evil that you do a crime, they sweat your ass, tell you, hey, you're on death row. We're gonna sweat your ass, make some money off of you, but we're gonna kill you at some point. We're gonna choose some ways. They come up with different ways, and then they say that shit is humane. You understand what I'm saying? You have to look at the psyche of somebody when you're gonna talk about superior and inferior shit.
There's
And the
nothing
other thing,
humane about slaughter. Like everyone
nope.
always says that, like the humane, there's it's a play on words that they use, but
Yeah,
there's
man.
nothing.
Like I said, look, if it the one thing that I like and I love about this and the and what crypto and Bitcoin is doing to this shit is Bitcoin is the is the is the it's the truth 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 teller. Bitcoin Bitcoin is the first in the blockchain. And what it's making a lot of people understand is the reality that is them. And everybody know that Africa, there's no dispute about that. Africa is where all things, all life, human life, let's say, originated from. So if we can say that, then the the predominant people from that place is melanated dark people. So those are undisputed facts, which is going to make
Not
it
according to the show Tarzan.
well, fuck all of that. But that says that those people are the first of mankind, which means that they are the original block in this block of fucking human, which means anything that comes from it is a sub of them. Indians, Chinese, Japanese, everybody. If you look at those people, every one of those places, you have the indigenous, as they call them. And when you look at the indigenous people, they're all fucking dark. They want to say that our eyes and all of them things. If you go into Africa, there's all of these things, eyes, speech, all of these features that these people display are there. You know what I'm saying? So the originality of our people and the reality of a certain people are declining in their gene pool is making for an interesting next couple of decades.
Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
How did the subdominant become dominant?
Because we are first and foremost, they are very cunning and deceptive. We are not, we're naturally, we're not, we don't do things without rules. And they don't understand rules and principle. They understand rituals. Rituals and what do you call these things? Yeah, rituals. So because of that, when they re-encounter us, they come, like I said, they look like children. They're meek and cunning. They come with one hand, with one intent, and have an underline, like how they did the Indians. Hey, we got some blankets for you. Nobody would think that I would try to poison you in a blanket. Plus, they also synthesize everything. They artificialize everything. So when they come back, they use drugs and medicine and all of that to persuade the ruling class to turn away from the shamans and the those people.
But my
And
question is, like, if they are part of us or came from us, how we couldn't pick up on this earlier? You get what I'm saying? We don't have there's no lack of intelligence among us as far as these things are concerned. Like, when
all
you
right,
talk
so
to certain people, we
here's
see
the
it,
thing.
we know it.
Here's the thing that people don't know, or a lot of people are not aware of. When they run into it took a few hundred years for them to conquer Africa, even with weaponry.
I agree, and that's what I mean. Like that, you see that long-term thinking, that generational thinking. We need to get back to that. I'm not going to
But
say we need to pick up to that because I think we had it first. We need to get back to
but
thinking like
but
that. My
that's what
thing
I'm
is,
saying.
when did it go sideways?
That's what I'm saying. So it is a constant institutionalized effort. Like, we are completely on their system. How can you be conquered and then turn around and expect to survive on the system designed by the conquerors? Like, if we are to break away and say, get reparations, for example.
But was that
Okay.
system designed by them?
Yes.
Or is it a bastardized version of
No,
what we had?
it is what it is. It's a bastardized version of a collective of system. That's why you'll have people here running around saying that this is a democracy.
Because I don't think
And
anything was designed by them. I think things were discovered.
Discovered
Remember,
and copied.
designers are
No, that's what I'm
different from
saying.
discoverers. They'll go into a certain place and be like, oh, they hear some shit going and be like, oh man, I want to go see what that. We know naturally we ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
We ain't go. You get what I'm saying?
But I mean, listen, look at the people who create CERN. This is how many miles machine under the earth, border few countries. It used to be in the US. They move it over into Germany or over there in Europe somewhere. Now this machine, when they were debating turning it on, one of the side effects of turning this machine on is that it can rip a black hole into somewhere in Australia.
What, CERN?
Yeah. But these people decided, oh, well, a black hole can destroy us, but fuck it, it's worth the risk of turning this machine on. You understand? These are the people that we allow to dictate to us what's good and not good for us.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how we got there. But you said it happened over a period of time.
Yes. And that's why
that's the connection here, is the time.
Yeah, and that's why I'm a firm believer in not fucking around with anybody over 25 years old unless they're like along the same frequency, because at certain age you already conform to whatever you want to be conforming to. You don't want to talk to a police officer and he's 27, 28 because he's looking up to some fucking racist motherfucker who's in their 50s, 40s, 50s, and 60s as their idol. So you don't want to look to them for any kind of understanding because they are already like, I want to be like him. You understand what I'm saying? The ones who go in and be like, yo, I don't like what I'm seeing, and I'm gonna go in and do something about it, realize once they go behind that fucking blue wall of fucking silence, then they're gonna have to either shut the fuck up or get killed. I lived in a city where they got gangster police. New York City in the Bronx, they got a whole bunch of gangster fucking cops running around in there. You see what I'm saying? So these things are the things that we have to understand, that it's not even like back in the day. Like in Jamaica, people who fuck around with computers, they have nothing to do with guns. Those scammers are some of the fucking most dangerous people in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? There's a wind of change. So we have to just keep on keeping on, man, and not pay attention to them. The old legacy system is dying. You know, like the Chinese says, when a lion is dying, don't fuck with it. Just let it die gracefully, because when it lashes out, it's gonna go and do some crazy shit like drop a nuclear bomb and shit.
It's a great analogy.
Yeah, man. But
listen, if you're joining us, if you're watching us anywhere other than Urban Country Films, if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Periscope, or anywhere else, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to come over to www.urbancountryfilms.com. Go to the live section, hit the live link, and that's where we are. I'm just on these platforms for advertising. We're not going to stay here because these platforms are going to ban us for the things that we talk about anyway. So we're not going to be staying here long. We're just here for a minute. But thank you for joining us.
Where we at now?
We're on. Of course, we're at home. But I also went on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Periscope.
Shut up, BoobTube. Bye.
Yeah, shout out to the BoobTube, because they already banned me 2 times. I spent 3 weeks in YouTube jail already. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not trying to go back to jail. Well, the next time it's going to be a life sentence. So, you know, with that being said, join us over on the other side, man.
Hey, you see the shirt I'm out here? Sweater.
Spartan.
Yo, watch out.
Sparta.